Hey team, Titleist, Cam Smith here. We're here at the Sony Open. Great week last week in Kapalua. Was fantastic. I'm just going to run you through my bag. Yeah, so this is the ball I used last week. It's the new Pro V1x. I mark it with a purple line. I don't use the line. Maroon's my favourite colour, so this is the closest Sharpie colour I can get to it. Probably what's most important to me is just how it feels off the club. I'd love to be creative around the green as well, so hitting those high spinny shots and just being able to hit different shots is really important for me. I think how it travels through the wind, I think they've done a lot of work on that, and this new ball is fantastic in the wind. It's just consistent. I feel like I can really dial in my numbers, especially with the shorter irons, and give myself plenty of birdie looks. Yeah, this is the driver, TSI 3, got 10 degrees of loft. Mate, it's perfect. I've got JJ's put 2 weights in the back there for just a little bit more stability. Mate, there's a reason why it's the best driver on tour. It's perfect. I feel like when I'm comfortable and I'm hitting it out the middle, it's just going to go dead straight and as long as you want. You definitely have to feel comfortable with driver around Kapalua. There's a couple of holes where the fairways are quite wide, but if you miss the fairways, you can be in some strife pretty quickly. So, I just felt really comfortable all week. We changed the shaft probably about 4 or 5 months ago. Just noticed the swing speed was just getting a little bit much for the old one, and just found a lot more stability in that one. I'm just being able to hit more fairways, and more fairways for me equals more birdies. The biggest thing for me is just a little bit more pop off the face. I probably gained 3 or 4 meters in the air, and it's just a lot more consistent. The spin's a lot more consistent. It's just a great driver. Yeah, Fairway's TSI 2. This for me is almost like a second driver. I use it a lot off the tee, especially if I want to get something really turning right to left. I feel like I can really tee it up, and if I get it high on the face there, she goes a long way. We actually changed the shaft in this as well. At the same time we changed the shaft in the driver. Again, another good club. I feel like I can, when the driver's going a little bit skew, I feel like I can rely on this one to hit the fairways and still go a decent distance. For me, 7 wood. This is actually the last model, the TS2. This is something I just feel like I can never really change. The 7 wood in the new one for me was great, but I just feel so comfortable with this club, and it's great out of the rough actually when the ball sits down. Those longer par 4s and par 5s, I'm able to scoot it up near the front of the green and give myself a chip at eagle. I put these in straight away actually as soon as we got them. They've been really good. I love the consistency again. I think they did a lot of really good work, especially on the shorter irons with grinding this heel a little bit, so when you get a bit of an uneven lie, you don't feel like the heel's digging in and you're missing shots left. So a good thing that they did. I love the finish. The new black finish is a little bit more durable. I mean, I'm not the hardest worker on earth, but they've definitely stood the test of time. I just like how they look. I think they look a little bit smaller. This lets me narrow in a little bit more, and obviously the glare and stuff like that off the sun helps out a lot. Turned up last week, got some nice fresh wedges in the locker, put them in the bag straight away. They've been so far so good for me. I mean, 1 week and 1 win, so hopefully I can keep that trend going. I know that seems impossible, but I love them. I travel with 3 different grinds in the lob wedges. I have an S, a T and a K. Basically just depends on the turf conditions. Sometimes like this week and last week it's a little bit grainy, it's a little bit soft. So last week I used the S. That for me has got the most amount of bounce, and it's got a little bit of a thinner sole, so I feel like it gets through the grass really good. I would say probably 90% of the time I am using the T grind. I have such a shallow angle of attack, especially when I'm chipping and pitching, and this one's only got 3 or 4 degrees of bounce on it, so it's just perfect for me. So I use KBS Tours all the way through, from 4-iron all the way down to wedge. And then actually in these shorter wedges, I just use the standard KBS Tour, the 130s. I just feel like I can, these shafts in the wedges, I'm just able to just flight it a little bit more. I can hit it a little bit higher and a little bit spinnier when the greens are getting real firm. So this is this cool new head cover this week. That's insane, I love it. Yeah, 009M, we worked on this hosel. I actually used Titleist, but it had this hosel and I loved it so much that I made the guys put it in my 009, and it's been working great. It's its birthday this week. It's 1 year old, so yeah, there's lots of cool stamps in the back there as well. I've always loved the dot on top. I've never been a line guy. I feel like I can just feel the putt a little bit better. I don't get so obsessed with the line. I feel like I'm able to just hit a good putt, and a good putt out of the middle means more chances of going in. Yeah, I've always been a little bit of a fiddler with the putter. Yeah, I just really like this one. I don't know why. It just feels great in the hands. I feel like I'm able to hit really good lag putts with it, which is a big thing out here. We leave ourselves some pretty nasty putts sometimes. I feel like I'm able to get the ball rolling real good, and like I said, the biggest thing for me is the strike, so I just feel like I hit lots of good putts with it out of the middle, and it feels so good. Yeah, I've always trusted the guys at Titleist with what they're doing. I know they do a lot of hard work in San Diego, always testing stuff. I've always been one of the first guys to put the new equipment in as soon as they come, and when they do come, the team out on tour is amazing. JJ and Aaron do such a good job with everything, and yeah, love them.